Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the EOS nightly broadcast. My name is Kent, and basically this is EOS San Diego. I just call it the EOS nightly because it more fits what it is I do, which is make a nightly broadcast about the EOS blockchain. But I want to cover a little bit about the market because Bitcoin has been jumping around between a little bit over, a little bit under $4,000, and of course EOS is still hanging around $3.60. And I've talked about this on this channel before, about the amount of volume that in the cryptocurrencies right now, which is, you know, if you believe the volume, it wouldn't be able to happen. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The volume actually makes no sense, and it's probably manipulated. I mean, I know it's manipulated. Everybody else knows it's manipulated. Volume on cryptocurrencies, very much manipulated. But I've been looking at the buy orders on Bitcoin, and there's way more buy orders than there are sell orders. And what's going on is when somebody sells a big chunk of Bitcoin, they'll drop it down, and always the sells are big. The buys are always covering the sells, but the buys are smaller, so the sells are very big. The order books on Bitcoin, the sales are big, the buys, but they got a lot of buy on the order books. So what I see happening is that Bitcoin, people are trying to pick up some cheap Bitcoin. People are trying to pick up some cheap cryptocurrencies by playing the fear game. So they'll drop the price significantly. Maybe it'll drop from 4,030 down to 3,900 on Bitcoin. And they're hoping to buy some cheap Bitcoin. People are hoping to buy cheap Bitcoin. Same thing's going on with EOS. The volume is manipulated so people can drop the market quickly or make the market fall quickly and then buy back some pretty cheap EOS. And if you have a lot of volume, then you can do this very easily because you're dealing with a lot of cryptocurrency. So a lot of times either whales are doing this or exchanges are doing this or somebody with a lot of cryptos doing this. But don't fall for the trick. Don't give up some EOS right now on a cheap trick like that, or don't give up Bitcoin on a cheap trick where they drop the market down a little bit and then it picks up the next day or the next few hours in some cases, because they're trying to scare people on the fact that, oh, this is going to go back down again. It's not, in my opinion, going back down again. It's already lost 75 to 80, 85, 90% of its high. So it's not going to, the bottom's not going to fall out. So please don't fall for that trick. It's because I see it going on right now in the markets quite a bit, especially with this high volume. The other thing I want to talk about is our good friend Mark Faber, whatever his name is. If you've been around the stock market, or you've been around watching some of the news analysts, CNBC, and I think he's on all of them, he's a guy that's been very pessimistic about everything. He's pessimistic. He used to put out this. In fact, he still does. I think I used to be a subscriber to his. I was one of his subscribers. Subscribers can't talk. To his newsletter as Doom, Gloom, and Boom, or something like that. Gloom, Doom, and Boom. Boom, Gloom, and Doom. I can't remember what it was, but he's been around for a long, long time. This guy's been, I think he's 75 years old. He's out of Switzerland or someplace like that, I believe. Maybe he's out of Thailand. I can't remember. But anyway, he's been around forever. All you have to do is Google him. Mark Faber, F-A-B-E-R, F-A-B-E-R. And I think he spells his name M-A-R-C. But Google this guy because he's been around forever. He's always a pessimist. And he's been anti-Bitcoin, but he started buying Bitcoin. I just saw that the other day in I think it was on Reddit, that Mark Faber has started buying Bitcoin. So when guys like Faber, who's 75 years old, who puts out a newsletter about gloom and doom all the time, starts buying Bitcoin, you know that that we've reached the bottom of the market and that he's looking for higher prices. There's a couple things that got to get solved with this market. Basically custody, and we got to have an honest exchange. And I think the exchanges are getting better. They're getting more honest as far as what they're doing, but we know that volume is manipulated because there's no way volume could be this high. So exchanges are going to have to get a little bit better. Custody is going to have to get a little bit better. And of course, institutions are going to have to start buying up these cryptocurrencies in mass volume. And that's what I think is happening, going to start happening very soon. And when you buy your crypto through Fidelity, or you buy your crypto through some bank or something like that, it's going to be that your people are going to feel more comfortable and more safe than buying it in their own wallet. So anyway, don't fall for the trick. Don't sell your EOS, don't sell your Bitcoin, don't sell your Ethereum on a drop, especially something that happens quickly because it's not, the market's not falling. A guy like Fiverr wouldn't be involved if it was. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.